Howdy everybody, Cal Ditmar, Trappin Fool out here, having my annual fish fry and decided I'd do some video here. I'm right by the road, so you're going to hear cars go by and I'm going to pause for you when they go by. Right now I got squirrel that I shot yesterday. I want to show how to do those real quick. I got the grease getting hot over here. As you can see, I've quartered the squirrels out. A couple of them here, I quartered them out. And my breading here is a mix of flour. I've got about a cup of flour in here, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, fresh ground black pepper, and some salt, sea salt. Flavor it to about taste. When it comes to your grease here, to find out if it's hot enough, what I do is I usually get a little bit of the breading, throw it in there, it sizzles, so it's ready. So I'll throw these squirrels in here. I've already drained them off. And there's nothing fancy, just water is all I've thrown on them. My cameraman is trying to get me to laugh, but I'm better than that. Apparently the cameraman and his sidekick aren't. Alright, here we go. What I've got in here is not oil but bacon grease. I've got it turned down on low right now. Alright, let that side brown up, then we'll flip them. You want to zoom in on the cooking food here now?
I already did.
Oh, well, good cameraman, not used to this, having help. Like it's browned up there pretty good, we'll flip it over and lock that juice in on the other side now. We can turn the gas up just a touch here. Haven't started the fish fry yet. We'll be doing that here. I got a couple hours to go, but I wanted to get some of these videos done and out of the way before everybody shows up. I will be doing another one, so make sure you catch it on the turtle. And the turtle that I caught and did that video, that session. I'll be cooking up some of that turtle later today too, so make sure you catch that video. And of course, it's my catfish fry, so there'll be a video on catfish out there too to catch. Looks like you got people pulling in now. It's actually range is open right now at my house to shoot. But now what I'll do with these squirrels, usually after I fry them like this, I'll cover them, put them in a pan, and I'll cover them and then I'll bake them slow. So we'll get these locked in here. I'm not going to show you all that part. I'll just explain what I do then. What this is doing is locking in the flavor, sealing it up, and to keep it from getting real too tough from frying it here, the slow cooking will soften it up, make it a little bit chewable better for you. But again, it's just salt, pepper, flour, and garlic powder. Make sure it's garlic powder, not garlic salt. If you use the garlic salt, it's too I'm videotaping, so hold up. It gets too salty. That's people just walk up here, so I'd let them know what I was doing here. You can see these are starting to brown up real nice here. Grease is about the right temp. It seems to be cooking instead of burning it. And can you hear it sizzling? I'll get a little, what I'll do now is after I get it out of here, like I said, I'll cover it in a pan, cover it with tin foil, and I'll bake it, usually about 350. Give it about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, somewhere in there will be more than enough. That should cook it for you, bake it. Get it to where it needs to be. Now what else you could do with this right now at this point that I'll do is I pull them out of here then, and I make a gravy out of the drippings here. And when I make the gravy, everybody has their own recipes for gravy. I have my own that I'm not probably going to share because it's kind of a secret right now. I'll decide if I want to share at some point. But you can make the drippings here. I pull a squirrel out, make the gravy, then I'll add the squirrels right back to the gravy when the gravy's done, when it's still kind of watery before it thickens all the way. When you do that, add the squirrel back into it, and then let that gravy thicken up the rest of the way. Turn your heat down to low and just let it sit there and simmer. And actually the steam and the heat from that gravy actually softens the squirrel up and makes it real good too. And it takes in the flavor of the gravy. So now this is starting to look like fried chicken going on here. Who wanted the squirrel? I'm making it now. So, of all people to show up, it's a squirrel tester. So this worked out good for the video. Actually, I think I'm just going to leave this as is, just as fried here. We'll do it that way. Kind of watching the time here because I'll run out of time on this. I know I do. So never did find an SD card that fit that camera, so I gotta watch my time. We'll check the meat real quick here. Check your biggest pieces, and it's still red. If you want to bring the camera over here, if you can see this, what I'm looking at. Still raw in the center here in this big piece. See the red? You want to see it white cooked all the way through there. So we got a little ways to go yet. Some of these smaller pieces, they cook up a lot faster. They'll be ready here before too long. I think we might have a small one ready here. Let's see. Yeah, it needs a little longer. Getting there. One thing when you're pan frying, bring the camera up here again for me. When you're pan frying, especially if you're just doing a little bit of greasing here, you see how it's starting to brown up, which is fine, but like butter or bacon grease, anything here, when you're frying it like this, or soft pan, if you notice it's starting to burn, all you got to do is add more lard to it. More butter, more bacon grease, whatever, and it will actually counteract the burning. It won't scorch then. That might save you some hassle when it comes to cleaning the pan later on and burning your food. But there's still enough in here right now, and good old cast iron, it's usually real good anyway, so. Easy to clean, especially once it's seasoned. Alright, let's see if any of these smaller ones are about ready yet. Still not quite. pretty much I just keep flipping these so they don't burn on one side. The way it keeps it good and crispy. I think this piece is about ready. You want to be on camera and test it? I'm going to pull this piece out. I got a taste tester here. She's the one that wanted me to make a squirrel, so it's going to be hot here. Let it cool off a little bit here, and then you can test it. Let me know if it's yay or nay. I'm going to go with the nay, but I could be wrong. Usually food doesn't taste good to the cooker anyways. I think the rest of this I am going to put in a pan, cover it, and then bake it for a little bit here, just to get it all the way through, because I know these bigger pieces are still a little pink in the middle. I don't know if you want to try this. Got my taste tester here for the party. It's going to be hot. So.
Oh, yeah. This is really fun.
Is it a good recipe then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you have it. I didn't pay her to say this either, so. And I have witnesses. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to wrap it up here, get this in the house, and I'm getting close to time on camera there to be done with. Make sure you follow me on Cal's Outdoors on Facebook. Join my group page. Follow me on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like my posts. If you have any questions or you like the recipe, comment down below and I can give you the recipe. Most of my recipes I make up myself. I don't have an actual how much or it is, but I can give you an idea of what it is so you can figure it out on your own. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Cal's Kitchen with Fried Squirrel. Until next time, Trappin' Fool out.